The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 304 of a daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the CABINETARIUM playing cards from Art of Play. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. So here we have the CABINETARIUM playing cards in a matte white finished tuck box with a bunch of other colors over top and a little bit of gold foiling. So we got Art of Play presents Cabinetarium, high quality playing cards illustrated by Armando Vive, and all the font is in that gold foil. And and tuck box is a little bit embossed, so you can feel like the textures of that. So some of the design on the tuck box, you can feel the texture of it. And it's a pretty intricate front of the tuck box here. It kind of looks like some kind of little cabinet display. You got like some flower design there in the middle with that circle and the lock and key there. And you got some little creatures on either side, like a winged creature there and a little cat kind of creature there. You got a flower with a leg. You got a flower with some kind of like little nose or something there. On one side, you kind of got a little cabinet kind of design. You got a little eye up there. You got the little wax seal that says thematic absurdities. And you kind of got a little conjoined little creature there. On the other side, it says, Epiphanies await the curious mind. Art of Play's little quote there that they have. Then you got the little acorn, the same eye there, and the little spade with a face on it. On the bottom, it says produced and distributed by Art of Play, and then their website, copyright 2020 by Armando Vive. So these are from 2020. On the back, you got this little cabinet that's kind of like a little bug, like a beetle or something. As you can see, like the arms and the legs there. And then inside the cabinet, you got like a little flower pot, the heart, whatever that little thing is, and a hand with a clover. At the bottom, there's like a little mouse there. And you kind of got this wood, kind of like grain backdrop. On the top, you just got a little skeleton of a fish, and then two flowers on either side. And then on the tuck flap, we have a person wrapped in a snake. On the inner tuck flaps, you just got two little like gremlin. I want to say gremlins for some reason. They're not gremlins, are they? They could be. What? Those like stone statues. If we take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box, it is just plain white. Nothing too crazy or fancy going on inside there. And now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design. Here we have a very intricate and well detailed and designed and illustrated back design here with the standard whiteboard going around. It's more of like a black and white kind of like colorway, even though it's not like a black kind of color. It's more like a brownish kind of like a green for some reason. It's not really green, but more like a brownish gray kind of tone to it. There, and it's kind of like what I like to like say. It's kind of like an I Spy. You've ever seen like the I Spy books? That's what it kind of reminds me of, just because there's a lot going on. So we'll zoom in a little bit, and we'll just talk about it a little bit. So it is a mirrored back design. So the image is on flipped on either side. So we got a little bird here, and then you got the snake that wraps around. And you can see like an eye over here. You see some couple bugs there, and then the rest is kind of like floral design going all the way around. And it's a mirrored back design. So if we were to flip it over, same design in both directions there. And honestly, I could say you could stare at this for a really long time and keep seeing new things. Because there's even a cat here, like on the side there. And now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first Joker. There, it's just a frog there that's kind of cut open to reveal that it's a cabinet, has a cabinet on the inside with some kind of like potions or medicine or something. And then for the second Joker, which is my favorite of the two Jokers, you kind of got like an upside down glass, like the Grim Reaper like stuck inside there. Well, both are well illustrated there. Then you get to like the little ad card that says Art of Play presents Cabinetarium, a, a cupboard to keep abstract ideas under semi-natural conditions for scientific observation or enjoyment as pets. and then the back's just the back design. And we kind of got a little illustrated by Armando Vive, the illustrator for this Cabinetarium deck. And if you would like to read that, you can pause and read. And then the other side is a little Art of Play ad card there with a metallic Art of Play logo there in that gold. And then their website. And now onto the cards, and I'm going to say, before I get going, every single card is fully custom and illustrated, so I won't be able to talk about every card in the deck, but we'll go over some of my favorites, like when we get to them and stuff. So here we start with like the Ace of Spades. We'll talk about the Ace of Spades because in every deck most aces are custom. Here and you got this like floral kind of design. There was like another kind of like almost like cabinet because it got like a lock keyhole there. It's kind of got like a little skeleton of like a spade shape almost in the middle there. And some like other little bugs and flowers all over it. A little more natural kind of spade, but in the corners there's normal spades there. And then the cards are fully custom. Each card is fully custom. So I won't be able to talk about everything, but at the end I'll go over some of my favorites once we looked at them all. These are all fully custom and they all look fantastic. Like the artist, Armando, took his time to illustrate every single card in this deck. Like they left no details out of each card, fully custom, and they're all different in their own way. Some are weirder than others, and some are more simplistic than others, but still the same kind of a detail within. And then I'm just gonna mention this one right here. If you notice the King of Hearts, if you have like a regular bicycle deck, with like the standard like core cards that we all know, it's called the Suicide King because it has the sword through its head, and this is kind of like a play on that, where it's an actual like heart with the sword going through it, which I thought was pretty nifty. You got like the little details that they add to their decks. You've seen all the cards; they were full of detail there. Now I'll just quickly go through a few of my favorites that you might have seen in there. So most of the cards that I like are the spades. So the spades have some really good art designs. So I like the six of spades because it's a pizza slice and it has like the pepperoni is like spades there. And then I like the hot dog in like a bottle there. Instead of like a ship in a bottle, it's a hot dog in a bottle because why not? And you got the matchstick where like the little two people are carved out of the end of the matchstick, which lit on fire there. And then I like the jack of spades because it's the cat. There's like the faceless cat with like the little spade mask. And then there was that other one. There was one that was way back here that I liked also. I'll just quickly scroll through here. And it was the Eight of Hearts, where it's like the fishbowl with the skull and the little goldfish. That's also another good one. But all the cards are fully detailed. Those were just a few of my favorites that stood out. But now that we took a look at the cards, time to test the handling. And first, we'll start with the springs. And I'm going to say these spring fantastic. No issues at all. They got a good flex to them. And they're nice and smooth. So pretty nice springs overall. And now for the fans. As you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and the numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. And now time for the Pharaoh. As you can see, it was a super smooth Pharaoh there. And they interlocked pretty decently. Now for a giant fan of that back design. And for that reverse Pharaoh. Reverse Pharaoh wasn't too bad. The cards did a little, you could see that the cards did like catch and stick on each other a little bit, but not too bad. It can improve that a little bit. And they interlocked away decently. Now for a giant fan of the faces. And now time for the Riffle Shuffle or Bridge Shuffle. Well, the Riffle Shuffles and Bridge Shuffles are pretty nice. Pretty consistent every time. Not as snappy as some other decks that I've had. Like obviously, as you can see, this deck was already opened when I first started the review. That the deck was already open, so I have used these a little bit in the past. Not like heavily or anything, but I have like taken them out of the box, looked at them a few times. But they definitely don't have that like crazy snap, as if they're brand new or anything. But they still work over the Riffle Shuffles, pretty nice. It's that some cards just have like that like snap right out of the snap when you like riffle them. But these are still pretty smooth. And now on to a few packet cuts. Well, overall pretty smooth and nice and grippy like packet cuts. Not overly like slippery. Except for when I want to do the worm. You want to slide in my hands. For the other packet cuts, they were nice. Average packet cuts, nothing like overly crazy about them. Now for the one-handed cut, or Charlier cut. And now time for the dribble. It's kind of like a flip book, but where all the images are different, so not really a flip book at the same time. Well, it's just kind of cool to dribble them like that. You can see all the different designs. Well, the dribbles are pretty nice and smooth. Definitely grippier with the back design up. And a little bit less grippy once the face is up. But either way, are still pretty smooth. And now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, Art of Play and Armando Vive have made a fantastic deck of cards here. They left no details out. So we got this really intricate and illustrated back design. It has like I Spy vibes to it. The more you look at it, the more you see. You can stare at this for like minutes on minutes. So a lot going on with that back design. Pretty nice there. And that kind of like black and white kind of colorway. And then for the faces, every card is fully custom. Once again, like I did show you some of my favorite cards, but one of them is right on top, which is that hot dog in the bottle there. Like every card has all the like crazy detail to it, like crazy images. It's like who would think of this? Like a little amethyst kind of crystal house or pizza slice where the pepperoni is like spade shaped. Kind of crazy, and you got some like weird ones like an eggplant with a carousel on it. So overall, fantastic design. Like highly recommend to pick these up if you haven't already, if they're still available. Because like you can just stare at these. Like every card is like a little art piece. You could like display like each one of these cards. Like there's like so much detail within the cards. So this is just like an even deck, even if you don't use them for actual play cards, it's just to have something like a on the you just have it on your coffee table and then people like you can just show people all the different details to the cards. And then for that handling, well, there's nothing really much to say. They handle fantastic as always. These are made by the United States Playing Card Company. So you know they're gonna handle fantastic. So no issues there. So well, fantastic design. One of my favorite art to play decks that they've made. Fantastic handling once again. So, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 304 of a daily deck review. This has been the Cabinetarium playing cards from Art of Play, and I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing out. That's the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.